We'd like to welcome you, the volunteers, for Martin Luther King Senior Connection Day of Service. We're grateful that you volunteered, and we know that you already have a special place for elderly in your hearts. Today, we'd like to share with you a little bit of the history of Senior Connections and to give you some tips for making your Senior Connection a successful experience. On January 18th, you'll be joining Americans across the nation in volunteering and in service. Dr. King's vision was to build bridges between people of all walks of life in the community, and you'll be helping to build a bridge with the elderly citizens in St. Charles County. We won't get a chance to see all of you on that day because you'll be volunteering at 10 different locations throughout St. Charles County. So this is our way of letting you know that we're grateful for your service, and we hope that you find it valuable as well. I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Mary Hutchison. I'm the Director of Volunteer Programs at Community Council of St. Charles County. We lead a senior volunteer program called Retired Senior Volunteer Program, as well as the Volunteer Clearinghouse, which matches citizens of all ages with volunteer experiences throughout the county. I'd like to introduce the individual that helped inspire this particular volunteer activity on MLK Day, and this is Kris Start. And Kris shared her story as a Senior Connection volunteer, and I found it so inspiring that we decided to work together to invite more people to have this experience on Martin Luther King Day. So Kris, would you share with us a little bit of your experience as a Senior Connection volunteer?
Thank you, Mary. I certainly will. And I wanted to add also, I work in St. Charles County with 3 senior communities, and I also work with Mary. And Mary and I have been wanting to find something that we could do together, and we're both so excited about this experience. But also, Mary knows that I am a Senior Connection volunteer. I have been, actually it'll be 3 years in February. And this is something that I've worked with seniors in my professional life for over 23 years. But I had a need in my heart that I wanted to do something outside of my workplace. And I am also a member of the Ethical Society in St. Louis. And there was a Sunday platform, and there was a call to action, and they talked about the Senior Connection program. And I told my husband, I said, I can do that. And I actually see a senior that's near my home. I live in South St. Louis, and I want to tell you a little bit about Dorothy. Actually, Dorothy is my second senior that I have visited, and I've been visiting Dorothy for, I believe, about 18 months now. But there was a project right away that Dorothy and I did together in her room and at the nursing home. She had a drawer full of loose photographs, and I had a photo album that my children had given to me several years ago that I didn't use, and I said that would be something that we could do together. So it took several months, because basically either on Saturday or Sunday I would spend an hour with Dorothy, and during that time it was basically a journey. I mean, we had photographs that we were able to talk together, identify. There was some writing on the back, or sometimes maybe if there wasn't writing on the back, she would remember. And we put this together. There was a photograph from her parents on their honeymoon in 1913. And then she talked about when she lived in New York City, and when her father passed away, she moved to St. Louis. And it brought up things when she was a young girl, and her siblings, and it was a journey. It really was. And the thing about it is how much I get from this. We learn so much from our seniors. They're a fountain of information. And I think what I have learned from the Senior Connection program is to be a better listener, because we have so much to learn from them. And like I said, I've been visiting Dorothy for 18 months now. There are some days that she's not having a good day, and that's okay. because she knows I'm there.
Mm-hmm.
And because we are visiting seniors that don't normally get visitors. Maybe their families are out of town, or their families are not living, in the area. They just don't visit. To visit this person 1 hour a week is all that's asked. But I tell you, Mary, I get as much from it, I think, that Mary does. It's a very special relationship.
Volunteers tell us all the time that they receive more than they give through their experience, and we're confident that you'll find that true with your Senior Connection experience.